In this lecture, I'm going to show you how to configure Power over Ethernet. So Power over Ethernet is a feature that's available on switches that support it, and most do now, most Cisco switches. And the interfaces themselves are based on PoE standards that they support, and then the devices as well that support those PoE standards for compatibility. So you can connect the device to the switch. And it's typically PoE is used to connect IP phones and wireless. It's used a lot for that, and sometimes video cameras as well. So there's a lot of applications for it, and it's used a lot. So it's something that is available with most Cisco switches. So in this example, I've got two hosts. Typically, if you've got a 48-port switch and you've got a bunch of hosts, they'll all be connected with Power over Ethernet. So host 1 is on the VLAN 9, and that's data, and the IP phone is assigned to VLAN 10, and that's for voice traffic. They're separate subnets, and the same for this. And they've got uplinks connections right to switch 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign the VLANs and the data VLAN and voice VLAN and enable PoE. So I'll select switch 1 and go to CCNA and configure terminal. So in this example, I can use the range command instead of doing them separately. Typically it's a lot easier, particularly if you're doing 24 or 48 ports. So we'll go interface range FA, then 0/1 to 1 and 2. And what you do is packet tracer doesn't tell me I have to put spaces, but in real Cisco equipment you do have to put spaces between them. So it's 0, 1, and 2. Then I can start doing switch port mode access. Then switch port access VLAN 9. So that's my data VLAN for the data from the desktop. And then the IP phone, I'm going to do switch port voice VLAN 10. And that creates the voice VLAN for the IP phones. And the next thing I want to do is go power inline auto. That enables Power over Ethernet. So at this point I'll go back to the top here, save my configuration. Now I want to do show power inline. So you note here that it'll give me the available is 370 watts. I'm using 20 because each phone is using 10 watts, and I've got 350 remaining. So it decrements them for each IP phone that's added. It's using class 3 PoE. Maximum is 15.4. It's using 10, and it's a 7960 IP phone. And it's operational. It says on and on, so it's operational for both ports. And so that's working well. And you notice here with this packet tracer, it's if I select the IP phone, this is actually the AC adapter. That's not connected. I'm using IP phone. So it's using PoE right off the switch. And that concludes the PoE lab.